Senator Patterson.
Thank you, President. My question is to the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Senator Wong. Minister, at Senate estimates hearings on the 12th of February, during an exchange on the subject of so-called ISIS brides, you said, and I quote, "Australian citizens have various entitlements which are not discretionary under law and no government is able to make them discretionary." End quote. Is it true that as Foreign Minister you have no discretion under current law to refuse to issue a passport under any circumstances?
Thank you, Senator Patterson. Minister Wong.
I have made clear already in this place it is possible for the Foreign Minister to refuse or cancel a passport on security grounds. This will be the fifth time. If a competent authority requests it. ASIO.
You are not a competent authority.
Senator Wong.
What I have said is that ASIO and other competent authorities have not made such a request.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Patterson, first supplementary.
Thank you, President. Minister, Section 9 of the Australian Passports Act states that a minister may issue emergency documents. Furthermore, the entitlement to a passport outlined in Section 7 is qualified in Section 8, which requires, quote, "the minister to be satisfied of a person's citizenship and identity." Can the minister confirm if the passports or travel documents issued to the 34 so-called ISIS brides and their families were authorised under Section 9?
Thank you, Senator Patterson. Minister, sorry.
Thank you. It remains a legal entitlement for Australian citizens to be issued an Australian passport if they meet eligibility requirements. So that is the position. In relation to, I'm not in a position, as you know, I was in a position. As you know, Senator, I'm not in a position. You may have asked questions about this at estimates, nor was the department, to answer specific questions about specific individuals. And I think the department went through why that is the case.
Order.
But what I would say is that
Senator Ruston, come to order. Minister Wong, do you wish to continue?
Does Senator Ruston want me to respond, or would she like to? I know that she hasn't got much.
Thank you, Minister. The time for answering has now expired. Senator Patterson, second supplementary.
President, Minister, Section 14 of the Passport Act states, and I quote, "If a competent authority suspects on reasonable grounds that if an Australian travel document were issued to a person, the person would be likely to engage in conduct that might prejudice the security of Australia or a foreign country, the person should be refused an Australian travel document in order to prevent the person from engaging in that conduct." In your 4 years as Foreign Minister, how many passports have you refused or cancelled under Section 14?
Thank you, Senator Patterson. Minister Wong.
That is the section that I have been referencing now in numerous questions, and no such request was made in relation to the group that you are referencing. In relation to other matters, I act as Foreign Minister under that section on the basis of any advice provided by a competent authority, which in general is ASIO and AFP. Senator, I am not in a position. You should not ask me.
Minister Wong, please resume your seat. Senator Patterson.
On direct relevance, President, I've asked the minister how many passports were refused or cancelled under the section of the Act.
The minister is being relevant to your question, Senator Patterson. Minister Wong.
I mean, the extent to which the irresponsible, those opposite are irresponsible, that you would actually ask questions about the advice of security agencies. I act on the advice of security agencies. I act on the advice of security agencies, and if you want, you have been on PJSIS, you have been on the committee, Senator. If you want a confidential briefing on classified matters, I will provide it. Did you hear what I said? If you want a confidential briefing on classified matters, I will provide it.
Has expired. Order. Order. That was extremely loud and disrespectful.